Welcome back to the news. On the 3rd of January 2008, the Sri Lankan government informed the government of Norway that they are withdrawing from the ceasefire agreement in line with the regulations stated within it. Tonight on 13 Plus, we take a look at the process of devolving power from there on.
On the 16th of January 2008, the ceasefire agreement signed between the government of Sri Lanka and the LTTE came to an end. On the very same day, ceasefire observers withdrew from their duties. 14 days earlier, the government of Sri Lanka informed that they are withdrawing from the agreement. The ceasefire agreement lasted a total of 5 years and 10 months. The United National Party stated that the government could not obtain any benefit, be it locally or during negotiations, by withdrawing from the ceasefire agreement. S. Pulitevan, who was the chief of the Peace Secretariat Office during that time period, warned that the LTTE would launch a large-scale war if the government attempted to take over any of their lands. Issuing a release, the Mahajan Eksat Peramuna described the decision to move away from the ceasefire agreement as a resounding victory in the political process. The JHU stated that the government could now declare war on the separatist Tamil Tigers without any hindrance. Meanwhile, the JVP was of the view that the government must not stop at moving away from the ceasefire agreement and should go on to ban the LTTE. The New Left Front stated that the people in the south of the country were burdened with the war due to the government's decision to move away from the ceasefire agreement. By this time, the Sri Lanka army had commenced operations against the LTTE in the east based on the incident concerning the Mavilaru Anicut. The following year proved to be one which entered the Sri Lankan history books. On the 7th of January 2009, the Sri Lankan government listed the LTTE as a banned organization. And eventually, on the 19th of May 2009, President Mahinda Rajapaksa declared to Parliament that the LTTE had been defeated militarily.
මේ විජයග්‍රහයි මොහොතේ හමුදා ජයග්‍රහණ අවසන් විසඳුම හැටියට පිළි නොගන්නා බව අපි තාම වගකීමෙන් ප්‍රකාශ කරන්න ඕන.
The president stated that he does not accept the military victory as the final solution, and 2 months later, the debate on creating another all-party representative committee came into the limelight. Tomorrow, we will take a look at the process of devolving power from there on.
Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha Jayaraam, says that she will not rest until Kachathiyu is retrieved by India. This was reported in the Indian newspaper The Hindu today. According to The Hindu, Jayalalitha Jayaraam believes that this move would defend the livelihood rights of Indian fishermen. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu made this statement during a session of the Tamil Nadu Assembly in reaction to a statement made by a member of the Communist Party of India. She reminded the Assembly that as the General Secretary of the All India ADMK, she had filed a petition in this regard with the Supreme Court of India. The foundation stone was laid yesterday for the construction of another tourist hotel in order to develop the tourism industry in the Jaffna district. The event was held under the auspices of Prime Minister B.M. Jayaraam.
Minister Basil Rajapaksa, opposition leader of the Colombo Municipal Council, Milinda Moragada, also attended the event. The proposed 14-story tourist hotel will comprise of 70 rooms and will be built at a cost of 730 million rupees within a time period of 3 years.
මේ යාපනයේ උතුරු පළාතේ කරන දැවැත්තම ආයෝජනයක් තමයි අද ආරම්භ කරේ.
Today in Jaffna, we commenced the massive investment in the northern province. We have been able to bring renowned international investors not only to the country but to the north. It is not a secret that a certain group who obtained positions by the mandate of the people of this area have not assisted the people even with a water bottle and are going around the world creating a negative image to stop the assistance rendered by others to these people. Therefore, my only request is for them to stop this crime in the name of the people of the north. They did this to the people of the north over the years directly or indirectly.
මේ අය අනියම් හෝ ඍජුව අවුරුදු ගාණක් තිස්සේ මේ උතුරේ ජනතාවට කරා.
A teacher of a leading boys' school in Colombo has been interdicted based on the grounds of speaking to the media without prior approval of the Secretary to the Ministry of Education or a high-ranking official approved by the Secretary to the Ministry of Education. The said teacher received a letter issued by the Secretary to the Ministry of Education on the 2nd of this month stating that the interdiction is effective from the 27th of January. However, this letter does not state to which media she made this statement or the contents of her statement. On the 27th of November, she contacted Action TV. She stated that the Secretary to the Ministry of Education has issued instructions to take disciplinary action against individuals who have been found guilty of engaging in nefarious activities during school time. She noted that instead of punishing the said perpetrators, she is being targeted by acts of revenge. The letter issued by the Secretary to the Ministry of Education stated that she had breached the 48th chapter clause number 31(1)(11) of the Establishment Code through her statement to the media. According to the said clause of the Establishment Code, a public servant would have committed a wrong if he or she criticizes the state institution or the government through the media. However, this teacher did not criticize the government or the Ministry of Education when she spoke to Action TV. Instead, she merely highlighted her plight. The said teacher has lodged a complaint with the Human Rights Commission with regard to the interdiction.
Well, Punshani joins us now with the very latest from the world of sports. Good evening, Punshani.
Good evening, Sonali.
Over to you.
Thank you very much. The tri-series between the world champions, World Cup runners-up and the #1 one-day team in the world will commence in Melbourne tomorrow. The first match of the tri-series will be played between Australia and India.
Both teams will meet after the Test series, which saw the Indians getting thrashed 4-0 by the Australians. Meanwhile, Australian skipper Michael Clarke has said that though India is the current world champions, their current form is not that good. However, Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has said the team is in good shape after yesterday's 2020 win against Australia.
The bid for the 2012 Indian Premier League took place today.
Mahela Jayawardene was the highest buyer among the Sri Lankans. He was bought for $1.4 million by Delhi Daredevils. Former Sri Lankan cricketer spin wizard Muttiah Muralidharan was bought by Royal Challengers Bangalore for $220,000. Meanwhile, youngster Dinesh Chandimal went to Rajasthan Royals for $50,000.
And on that note, we wrap up tonight's edition of Primetime Weekend News. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.